Do you have a poor man's double die? Do you know it's not a true double die? It's not even a double die at all. And yet they still sell for a premium on eBay. So one look at eBay and you scroll down and you see even dealers selling these as poor man double dies. And if you go to coppercoins.com or wexlersdoubledie.com, if you go to coppercoins.com or wexlersdoubledie.com or go to Coneca Variety Vista, you can see that there are several double dies for 1955. This is not one of them. This is not even a variety, let alone a double die. It should never have double die attached to it. It is die deterioration. It used to be called outside abraded die doubling, but it's not called that anymore. It is simply die deterioration caused from the die actually inside the cavity. When the die hits inside the cavity there, the cavity of the die starts to form what is like an outline of the 5. And it starts to push it and push it up until there's a shadow 5 next to the 5. I have an example that I'll show you here. We'll look at it under the microscope. It's not as easy to see unless you have the lighting exactly right, but you can see, if you look on the side of the 5 here, you can see a little bit of that ridge, that little hump that was created from basically die pressure. And if you turn it a certain way, you can start seeing it a little more prevalently. A lot of people think that this is an actual extra 5 when it's not. It's actually caused from pressure pushing that metal little by little to where it outlines it. It's a force against the 5 cavity, actually against the outside of the cavity, that would actually be pressing against the curve of the 5. And the curve shows that pressure coming out, and that pressure will follow that ridge. It'll follow that actual shape. So I can turn this, and obviously I've seen the one with the cracked skull here. This one has a little die crack there, but it's worn down, so it's hard to see it. It looks a little more like just lines and all, but it does have a die cracks there that are worn. And you can turn it at different directions, and you can see here a little bit of the top and the whole ridge. I mean, it looks more prevalent at certain angles. If the letters were actually doubled on this, you would see they would look almost exactly like the 5 that's right there. But it doesn't look like that. It's almost like a shadow, like just a little bit of a ridge there, just like a pressure ridge is basically what it amounts to. So I see a lot of people on eBay buying these, and that's fine if you understand it's not a double die or a variety. It's not either one of those. It's actually a very minor mint error. And not only on the 55, it occurs on other dates. It occurs on actually other denominations. This one shouldn't be special at all because of the fact that it can occur on any year. And basically someone came up with the idea that, hey, this looks something like a double die, and 55 is real popular. So the only way to afford one that looks something like a 55 is to call it a poor man's. And that's where this happened. That's how this occurred. And it's really doing a disservice to double dies. People are not going to learn double dies if they're buying these thinking that these are actually double dies or just a cheaper version of the 1955, because that's not what they are. Hopefully this helps you understand this a little bit better. Thanks for watching my latest video. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell, and have a great day.